You've watched the Ryder Cup, you've felt the tension, but here's the thing. The magic isn't just in the swings, it's in the format. Every structure, every matchup, every point changes the story. So today, we're breaking down every Ryder Cup format, one by one. Structure. The Ryder Cup runs on a set format that tests both teamwork and individual skill across 3 types of matches: foursomes, fourballs, and singles. Over 3 days, the 2 teams compete for 28 total points. Each match is worth 1 point, and if it ends tied, both sides get half a point. The first team to reach 14.5 points wins the cup, while a 14-14 draw lets the current holder keep it. The schedule stays mostly the same every year. Friday starts with foursomes in the morning and fourballs in the afternoon. Saturday repeats that plan. Sunday finishes with 12 singles matches. This setup gives both team formats equal weight before the final one-on-one battles. Each session has 4 matches, which adds up to 8 points on Friday, 8 on Saturday, and 12 on Sunday. Captains have to manage player use carefully, since not everyone can play every round. Keeping players rested, focused, and mentally sharp matters just as much as finding pairs that work well together. The scoring looks simple, but demands real strategy. Every match is decided hole by hole. The player or team that wins the most holes takes the point. A bad hole doesn't carry over, which means quick recovery is key. This setup rewards calm players who can reset fast, think clearly, and stay confident under pressure. Foursomes. Foursomes, or alternate shot, are all about teamwork. 2 players share 1 ball and take turns hitting it. One tees off on odd holes, the other on even ones. That means planning before the round is essential. Captains don't just pick their biggest names, they pair golfers whose styles match. Mistakes in foursomes hurt right away. A missed fairway or bad chip puts your partner in trouble instantly. There's no space for ego. Communication, trust, and timing decide success. Many teams balance a long hitter with a strong putter, combining distance with control. Accuracy matters more than power in this format. Captains usually choose players who keep the ball in play and stick to the plan. The matches move quickly, so players have to stay focused with short, calm talks before each shot. Emotional control is just as important as technique, since frustration spreads fast between partners. Course type affects captain choices. On narrow European courses, accuracy-based players usually get the call. On wider American layouts, aggressive drivers are favored. Data now plays a big part too. Teams study fairway hit rates, short game stats, and performance under pressure to create balanced, compatible pairs. Fourballs. Fourballs, also called best ball, change the rhythm completely. Each player plays their own ball, and only the lowest score between the 2 counts for the team. This allows one player to stay safe while the other takes risks going for birdies or eagles. This format is faster and more explosive. One big shot can flip a match. It rewards players who make birdies often, not just those who avoid mistakes. Captains build pairs with different strengths. For example, a steady fairway hitter with a long driver or a risk taker with a consistent putter. Communication here is lighter. Players can talk through plans and targets, but once they swing, they control their own pace. The key is knowing when to attack and when to play safe. The best fourball pairs sense that timing naturally. Captains focus on how players' styles fit the course. Soft greens favor players who can spin the ball. Firm, fast setups help those with strong flight control. Data again shapes these choices. Teams track birdie rates, approach proximity, and performance by hole type to find the most effective pairings. The goal is simple: create scoring chances without losing control. Singles. Sunday's singles are the heart of the Ryder Cup. 1 player against 1 opponent, no teammates to lean on. It feels like classic match play, but with higher pressure and bigger crowds. Captains submit player orders without knowing the opponent's sequence, which adds a layer of strategy. A team that's behind might send out its best players early to start a comeback. A team with a lead often spreads experience across the lineup to stay balanced and steady. Every match is worth 1 point, no matter the margin. Players can win before the 18th hole if their lead is too big to catch. The term dormy means a player is ahead by as many holes as remain, meaning the worst they can do is tie. Singles bring the toughest mental test. Players must handle nerves, pressure, and crowd noise on their own. A single mistake or clutch putt can swing everything. The best players manage their emotions, read their opponents, and control pace instead of reacting to it. In singles, mental control often matters more than pure skill. Those who stay calm and think clearly usually win the key points. How the formats fit together. Winning the Ryder Cup depends on connecting all three formats into one smart plan. Captains have to mix control with aggression and think beyond just one round. Every pairing affects the team's rhythm, confidence, and energy across all 3 days. Most teams try to build early control through steady foursomes play. A strong start in alternate shot builds trust and confidence. That base lets players attack freely in the afternoon fourballs, where bold shots can change momentum fast. These sessions often help teams recover from a slow morning. Data now links every session together. Captains watch live stats like fairways hit, greens reached, and putts made under pressure. After each round, they review results, check what worked, and make small changes. Some even switch pairings or tee orders overnight to fix rhythm or rebuild confidence. Conditions also shape these calls. Travel fatigue, rest cycles, and weather all matter. Wind direction can change which pairs make sense. Softer greens favor high-spin players, while dry, firm setups reward low, powerful ball flights. The captain's job isn't only about choosing pairs, it's about predicting how every outside factor will affect play through the weekend. Days. Each day of the Ryder Cup has its own rhythm. Mornings usually start with foursomes because calm air helps accuracy and control. Afternoons shift to fourballs, creating more aggressive play and better entertainment for the crowd. Captains must manage energy carefully. Even a player in top form might sit out a session to stay fresh for later matches. These choices are no longer guesswork. Teams use real data like heart rate, stress levels, and recovery time to plan rest and rotation. Teams that rotate well keep their edge through Sunday. Poor rotation usually shows when players look tired in singles, making slower choices or shorter swings under pressure. Course setup also changes during the day. Greens speed up, rough dries out, and pins get tougher as the day goes on. Morning matches help players who rely on feel and precision. Afternoon matches suit power players who can lift shots high and hold the greens. Captains who match players to these changing setups usually gain an edge without needing riskier tactics. Match play tactics. Match play works differently from normal golf. Every hole is its own battle. Winning one doesn't matter for the next, so pressure resets with each tee shot. A single great recovery can cancel out several safe holes, making momentum the real weapon. In foursomes, teamwork decides everything. Calm, short talks before each shot keep both players in sync. When that rhythm breaks, small errors pile up fast. In fourballs, partners keep a lighter touch. One attacks while the other stays steady to protect the team's score. Singles turn the event into one-on-one control. Players adjust based on what their opponent does, not the course alone. A safe plan can flip aggressive if the other player misses fairways or loses confidence. Reading reactions and staying composed becomes as important as pure skill. Because each hole starts fresh, trailing players can take bigger chances. They might attack tight pins or swing harder off the tee without long-term risk. Teams now analyze this with data, using models to time when aggression works best. Inside the prep and numbers. Analytics have completely changed how teams get ready for the Ryder Cup. Every format, foursomes, fourballs, and singles, is studied months in advance. Captains and analysts break down every hole, figuring out where teams can score, where things can swing fast, and which holes reward smart teamwork. Prep starts with mapping the course. In foursomes, the data focuses on landing zones and par threes, spots that test accuracy. Fourballs focus more on birdie chances, eagle holes, and how close approach shots end up. Singles are all about momentum, which holes can flip a match, and where players can grab control. Each player is treated like a puzzle piece. Things like ball flight, putting speed, and how they read greens are tracked to find out who fits best together. They even test potential pairings using simulation data to see which duos make the fewest mistakes and post the best scores. The captain's reports go way beyond gut instinct now. They get detailed projections showing how many points each player might add based on how they fit the course. That decides who starts early, who pairs with who, and who gets sent out when the pressure peaks. It's a full system now, part science, part strategy. What used to rely on instinct has turned into data-driven planning. Playing conditions. The course has become one of the captain's biggest weapons. The host team controls setup details within the rules, shaping the layout to match its own strengths. European setups usually mean tight fairways, thick rough, and fast greens, perfect for control and patience. American setups are the opposite: wide fairways, shorter rough, and a layout that rewards distance and big scoring. Each day's setup is also tweaked. Hole locations and tee boxes change to fit the format. Foursomes tend to have tougher pins and longer approaches to force careful play. Fourballs go the other way. Open pins and reachable par fives to create excitement and birdies. It's all designed to match the day's style of play. Weather adds another layer. Wind can turn a bold plan into pure survival. Temperature changes the way the ball flies. Humidity affects distance and spin. Even the ground firmness changes things. Soft turf helps control players. Dry conditions favor power hitters. Little design tweaks make a big difference. Raised greens make recovery harder. Downhill shots tempt players into risky plays. Teams that read those patterns fast usually set the tone early. Everything from fairway width to pin location is used to control rhythm and push matches in the home team's favor. Captain's game plan. The Ryder Cup runs like a command center now. The captain sets the plan, vice captains handle communication on the ground, and the data team feeds updates as matches unfold. It's all about keeping decisions quick, calm, and consistent across 3 formats. In foursomes, control is the priority. Vice captains watch player energy, communication, and body language. If a pairing starts slipping, small adjustments are passed along quietly, sometimes through assistants or caddies. The goal is to catch problems before they snowball. In fourballs, timing is everything. Teams decide when to sit tight and when to go on attack. Coaches watch for scoring windows, moments when momentum shifts, and adjust game plans between holes. One good decision can flip an entire match. In singles, it's pure chess. Captains set lineups without knowing who the other side will send out. Steady, confident players often anchor the lineup, while younger players go early to spark energy. The order says as much about mindset as it does about skill. Teams that keep a steady rhythm across formats usually carry that flow into Sunday. The best captains know how to manage pressure, energy, and confidence all at once. The Ryder Cup is more than a tournament. It's pure strategy, emotion, and pride fighting for every point. Every pairing, every swing tells a story. If you love this kind of raw, real golf insight, stick around. Like, share, and subscribe for more breakdowns of the game's toughest battles.